Wow. Hi, collective. You guys really got some stuff going on here. Spirit was showing me the battery like symbol, but like charging before I started this reading. And I felt the sense of like, the only way I can describe it was, it felt like Spirit was going like shh, 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 like to me, as in like, don't distract them, because I feel like you guys have something to do right now. Like you have something you're working on, something that you're trying to figure out, something that you're trying to build. It's giving the feeling of studying something. And I've chills, full body chills, which means that I definitely am correct on that. It feels like you guys are studying something. And a lot of you guys, it's not like this, like, I don't think it's something that you actually are, like, in school, like, studying for. Like, I don't think it's this sense of, like, oh, I have my notebook, and I'm like, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel academic in that type of way. Ooh, when I said that, 111, on my phone, so that could be really particularly interesting there. That could be really resonant for you. It's not academic, was what I said when I looked up and saw that. It's not academic, but it's almost like it's giving me the sense of like the school of life, okay? The school of life. That's what this feels like, is you may not understand that right now you are in this study mode, but while I was shuffling the cards and getting into your energy, Page of Pentacles was one of the first ones to come out. This is student energy. This is very much student energy, okay? This for me, like, the look of, I hope you guys can see that, like, the look of determination on this person's face is kind of what's selling me here. It's giving very much, like, you're not just your phone, but it feels like your life is on Do Not Disturb right now. I'm just getting this feeling of, like, if you're not coming in to help me or to complement my life in some sort of way, then, like, you gotta go. Like, that's what this feels like to me. It's like, it's so, you know what I'm hearing? It's a hard knock life for us. School of Hard Knocks. That's what this feels like. That is so funny, actually. My spirit team is hilarious. Page of Pentacles, though, I really feel like you guys, this is study mode. And not only study mode, I feel like you guys are in mastery mode because of the fact that you also have King of Pentacles here. So you have the Page of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, okay? So King of Pentacles also could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. Like, that could be you, because oftentimes when, like, a king or a queen comes out, it usually represents the person who's, like, the topic of the reading or whatnot. But overall, like, so regardless of whether this is a specific earth sign or not, it's mastery. That's what I keep getting. I keep getting this, like, sense of mastery. And I can't really tell what is above his hand or on this, like, thing that he's holding in here. But you know what I find interesting about this card is this right here almost looks like a globe to me. Like, from afar, I thought for a second that was a globe. So again, it's like these worldly lessons, like you're learning about life, right? And this is mastery. That's what I keep getting. It's like, this is mastery. This is not just like, you're at this pivotal point in your life right now. I really feel like you are mastering something really big. And it may not just be like in your life, but it's more like this kind of broad lesson that you could also, like, you're going to know so much at the end of this that you're going to be able to tell other people how to do it through your experiences of how you accomplish this. Like, you are really, again, it's like, it's not academic, but it feels like a study. This is almost giving me, like, what they're showing me is like Buddhism with monks, like kind of like a vow of silence, okay? That could resonate in a variety of different ways. But remember in the beginning, I just said that they were like, like, don't disturb them, don't disturb them, don't disturb them. And that's what I feel here, especially because you also have the light in the middle of the king's, like, chest/stomach situation going on there. And for me, like, right in the middle is the solar plexus. And if you've been watching any of my other readings on Instagram or on TikTok, that has come up so many times where it's been like you have a block in your solar plexus, which could, come up in a variety of different ways, like issues with the GI, or even self-confidence. Sometimes it's inner child issues that come up there as well, okay? Just, again, anxiety, fear, worry, all that stuff sits in the stomach. So it just kept feeling like this solar plexus issue. But what I was getting to here, especially because there's 5 of Pentacles in reverse and the 2 of Pentacles that came out as well. The whole entire thing is Pentacles. That's what I've gotten so far. The whole thing is Pentacles. What I was getting is that they were showing me, like, you're not going to get to the end goal the way that you think that you are. Ooh, full body chills. Oh my god. And it's warm in here because I've been cooking. So for me to have chills right now, yeah. Like, what they were showing me basically is that you're going backwards to go forwards. I hope that makes sense. You have to go back a little bit first to be able to, like, slingshot yourself forward. Okay? You're not going to be able to just, like, get there. Like, this feels like you're going back first and then you're going forward. It's almost like in order to realize the way forward, you have to go back. And that might mean that in order for you to see your future, to understand your future, to understand what's next, you may have to go to your past first, okay? Because that's what the past is, right? We cannot understand light without darkness, right? The duality. Light and dark have to go together. Masculine and feminine, they go together. It's like 2 sides of the same coin. And I feel like this is the same exact way with your past and your future right now. Like, the place that you are at is this, like, study. Like, it's giving very Akashic records to me. So, whatever it is that you're doing could be something that is in your, like, past life Akashic records, or it could be something about, the future timeline that you're meant to be on. For some of you, because time obviously is, it's not linear and it works differently for everyone. You'll each be on different timelines, but I feel like some of you are already on that new timeline and some of you are not, right? So it's almost like you're going back and studying it. You're not just letting the past affect you and being like, that's the past, that happened, it is what it is, you know what I mean? 728 when I said that as well. But, like, it's not like things are happening to me. It's almost like you're like, let me get serious. Like, I'm seeing someone literally, like, glasses on, like, in a book, like, annotating. Like, you are not just trying to be like, oh, that happened and that was, really shitty. You're trying to be like, that happened? Why did it happen? What subconscious beliefs do I have that are driving my actions, that are driving my behaviors? And how do I change that? Like, you're not just trying to be like, oh, I guess I'll use, I don't know, this type of bread instead of that. Well, this is like, these are really big changes that affect the rest of your life. And you know that, which is why you are being very serious. And it's almost like, again, I'm going to give another analogy here, but in order to build, right, because we are talking about pentacles here, in order to build something in your life, in order to create that foundation and build upon it, what do you have to do first? You have to tear everything down to nothing and start from scratch, right? It's almost like, it reminds me of the tower, right? The tower is a faulty foundation. That's why it's coming down. The tower is coming down because it's faulty to begin with, okay? So it's almost like, well, how do we get, to here and then to here and then to here? How do I get to the relationship that I want, for instance, right? How do I get to the career, the job that I want? How do I become the most, enlightened version of myself? Well, first I have to go back, right? You need that comparison. Where did I start at? Like, where did I come from? And then I think that's going to give you so much information, because once you understand that, you can put it towards what you're doing to avoid those mistakes again, to build a better foundation. So again, like I said, mastery of something. I feel like you've probably been doing this many lifetimes, honestly, or maybe the theme just in itself, you know what I mean? Not the exact same circumstances, but the theme. I feel like you've just been doing it over and over, and now it's like, again, see, look how it's King of Pentacles and then you go Page of Pentacles. That's what I was saying before. We're going backwards to go forwards. Can you give me some more? Oh, insight. Justice in reverse. Wow, okay. With 9 of Swords reversed too. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Like, I want to cry. Like, look, first of all, I'm going to show you the Nine of Swords just as is. Like, look at the pain in this person's face and their demeanor and their energy. This is what you were going through. This is what you were dealing with. That just, like, heaviness of your thoughts. It's almost like, again, you were letting these things run you instead of you running them. And I feel like this is the era of change for you. It's this era of taking your power back in a very unique way, because this is all the pentacles, right? So this is, again, building something long term, very much long term. And Five of Pentacles reverse is also this point of like, yeah, I'm not gonna let those, say, past issues with finances or career or whatever it is that you're trying to build, 3D earthly matters, right? Five of Pentacles in reverse is really talking about coming out of a period of feeling like out in the cold, or feeling like, again, like you don't have what you need. And I feel like that's what this is, right? Justice in reverse with that Nine of Swords in reverse. It literally makes me feel like it's almost like if you've seen Harry Potter where she's going back and time traveling, right? Ooh, I have full body chills. Ooh, all up my back too. Wow, that's crazy. They're also showing me peonies. Flowers, peonies. That could be relevant for somebody. I'm seeing like yellow, also the color yellow, which we did talk about the solar plexus, that makes sense. And also pink, which would be heart chakra, but I mean, it could also resonate in multiple different ways. But Justice in reverse here, so some Libra energy, that could be important. It doesn't have to mean it's a person, but just think about that, right? So this is like karmic contracts with me with Justice. It could be literal contracts that you're breaking, or it could be contracts like, again, karmically, or like this Akashic record type feel where, again, you're getting in there and figuring out, how do I never do this again? How do I never do this again? And how do I now put all the energy? Like, I feel like you're going through this massive transitional phase in your life. Like, it feels very much... I don't even want to say like Saturn return, because it feels deeper than that. It feels bigger than that. But there is a lot of like maturity energy coming through here, where whatever you've learned, like you have learned so much, and I feel like you were just taking it and putting it in a box, taking it, put it in a box, just, oh, I'll save that for later, I'll save that for later, whatever, like, you know what I mean? But now it's like you're pulling that box out from underneath the bed. It's dusty, you're fucking blowing it off, opening up, looking inside and going over everything and just being like, wow, like this is where everything has condensed all together, right? Consolidated, and you're going through it all now, okay? Nine of Swords is so much pain, and I feel like you're trying to understand. And it doesn't always mean that you are going to, you know, be like, well, I did it because of this, and so if I get rid of that, I'm good. Some things in life, you just need to learn the lesson, period. It doesn't matter, right? But this to me is like, I just feel this way about you that's like, I'm never going to feel that way again. I'm never going to feel that way again. Look at these cards. They're beautiful, though. This is a Justice card. Even though it did, again, come out in reverse, but look how pretty it is. Look how pretty it is. Yeah, I just feel like you're righting these wrongs. You're just righting these wrongs. Oh, you know what's so funny, too? I did a reading earlier on TikTok, and I was talking about stacking up a bunch of books and carrying them around. Like, you're, like, deep into something. You're, like, there's too much on your plate, right? And look at all these books. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to right these wrongs. You're trying to remove this thought form, or remove a way of thinking, or, you know, if you can change the way that, again, your subconscious is leading you, change your perspective, or whatever it is, your mentality, your communication, because it's swords, right? Change your pattern of maybe fear, worry, scarcity, victim mindset, whatever it is. I feel like that's what you're in the middle of doing. That is what you're in the middle of doing. If I can change this, I can change my future indefinitely. Absolutely. And look, 10 of Wands too in reverse. This is your way of like putting down all that pain, is because it's almost like, you know, instead of putting all your energy into maybe like previously, look, oh, you have the Devil too. You have the Devil, you have 2 of Cups in reverse. For a lot of you, let me take that back. For some of you, this has to do with your relationships, whether platonic, romantic, or whatever, to other people, your relationships or connection with others. And maybe this is I just heard what they do for you. So maybe examining or taking a closer look at why we have certain relationships with certain people, and making sure that it's not coming from a place, whether it's you or them, making sure that it's coming from a place of I want you to be here, they want you to be there, and it's not transactional is what I'm getting, right? Because you can't build a good life off of that. I feel like some of you too, by way of like the way that maybe you thought about life, or your perspective on something, the way that you processed, the way that you viewed something, maybe it's the way that you viewed the world. Oh, this has been going on for a while. Wow. This really is like, yeah. It's like what I'm hearing is like your life's work. Like this is something that you've been working on that's what it is. You've been working on yourself. Oh my God. I'm hearing the number 20. Some of you could have been around the age. Originally I heard 19, then I heard 20. So it could be that you had some sort of shift around like 19, 20 that really changed you and kind of like, again, like a slingshot, like pushed you into this area. Or some of you have been working on yourselves for the better part of like 20 years, literally. Full body chills, all up my legs and everything. This is really re-examining your relationships and how they play into where you are in your life now and how they played into where you were when you were a different version of yourself. That's massive. Also, 5 of Cups in reverse here too. Oh, didn't mean to pick up the other one, but it's Knight of Cups reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse here. Oh. First, let me show you these. So Devil and 2 of Cups energy, okay? Wow. Wow, holy moly. You attracted the wrong type of people because of the fact that you were not in a place where you were healthy. You were not in the right place emotionally, is what I'm hearing. It was like you were in a place where you couldn't let things go, because 5 of Cups is like, you know, you have Five of Cups is an inability to let go, an inability to just kind of like, you know, move on from the grief, from the sorrow, from the pain that you felt. Because 5 of Cups is, this card is a little bit different in its representation, where there's 3 cups behind him, but in normal tarot there's 2 behind you and there's 3 in front of you that are spilled, and those ones, the 3 that have spilled, it's the focus on that. So a lot of times it's like, you know, you dealt with a lot of circumstances probably where you couldn't get over what someone had done to you, or you put a lot of emphasis or value, energy into, why would someone do that to me? That's so big. Wow, that's really big. That's massive. Why would someone do that to me? Why would they act like that? Why would they treat me like that? Because I would never, oh, that hurts. I would never treat them like that. Why would they treat me like that? And I think a lot of this like life's work that we're looking at here, yeah, again, has so much to do with your emotions. Because again, like the devil, not only is the devil going to be possibly finances as well, right? Because think about anything in like the 3D realm that kind of like chains us, right? That keeps us anchored down, that possibly skews our perception. And what I'm really getting with the devil card here too is, like I was saying before, you attracted these types of relationships because of the place that you were emotionally, mentally, energetically. Okay? So I'm just really getting this kind of like, this vibe, this like picture of, you know, number one, people are mirrors, our relationships are mirrors, but you were constantly looking at it as, you know, you were wounded and coming maybe from a place of having rejection issues or abandonment issues, or again, like, you know, people have hurt me in XYZ type of way. So even though maybe your mission, your goal, or your aim was to not find people like that, to change the way that your relationships are going, right? Like, why do we keep attracting the same people type of vibe? But because you were thinking about it so much and your focus was on trying to avoid those types of people, it's almost like in kind of a backwards way, by focusing so much of your energy on it, you were just attracting more of those people. Okay? So now what I feel like is happening is, again, that's what I'm saying, the devil, right? What we are tied to, anchored to, what we are chained by is like, I have to XYZ because blah, blah, blah. Or like, I'm meeting these people because I'm wounded. I'm meeting these people because blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, like, for some of you, this is like, how do I put this into words? For some of you, you didn't realize the way that you were treating other people maybe was negative, especially in your like close relationships, or something was manipulative about it. It's almost like again, like it's ego based, and you didn't realize that that's where you're coming from. Yeah, it's almost like, it's strange. It's almost like, without realizing, again, what your subconscious was driving you to do is to find certain people, to befriend certain people, to date certain people, because it's like you don't think, like consciously it might be different, but subconsciously it's this driving force of almost like protect is the way that I feel. And so just like automatically, because maybe your subconscious was doing that, it becomes like ego inflated, where it's like you're pushing people away, or you're creating distance. You're pushing people away or creating distance, and you don't need to, but it's again because it's like protect. So maybe that means that you are like, you're bitter or you're angry at somebody, and someone's like, I don't understand why you're mad at me, you know, like I don't get it, I don't understand what's going on, like whatever. And instead you're like, well, you did this to me, but it's like, but that's not the reason really why. Do you know what I'm saying? That's really not the reason why. It's almost like, if you're gonna be angry at someone for, say, not choosing you, instead of you looking at it as like they're choosing themselves right now because that's something they need, you were looking at it again as an attack. They're leaving me, they're not choosing me, they're not staying. And this is what I mean, is like, this work that you've been doing for years is completely, I'm talking full 180, rip me out the plastic because I'm feeling brand new type of vibe. You have completely changed your mentality. The place that you were at, the chills, the place that you were at when you were 19, 20, or whatever age it was that you started, whatever this journey is, this is like your portfolio. Like, you've gotten to the point where like you look back on your life and maybe you've just reached an age where you're like, all of that stuff is no longer knowledge. I have transformed, mutated, alchemized, whatever, all of that into wisdom now. Excuse me. And so whatever it is that you were trying to build could be anything here, anything. This could just be you continuing to build upon what you've already learned. It really feels like you've hit that level of mastery. Like, it's not like you're in, you know, it's like intro to business, intro to whatever class. Like, no, this is your master's degree. This is your master's degree on how to quite literally change your mind. Change your mind, change your life is what I'm hearing. Change your mind, change your life. Any other information you can give me, Spirit, about this message? Man, you guys have really changed. You've really changed. If no one has said this, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. This is such hard work, and you've done it. I feel like it's not the only time that you have had to go backwards to go forwards. You know what I'm saying? This is not the first time. This has been like a theme. And I feel like if this has been a theme, this is like a part just of your life where that might be like your karmic lesson to learn or something, where you've really constantly had to go back to go forward. That's always been a part of your life. So if you see those themes where like, it's like I'm making progress, whatever, and all of a sudden you gotta tear it all down and start again, that literally is spirit helping you. That is the universe helping you to master something. You might be mastering your stability, mastering security, mastering something to do with your foundation, with your root chakra, right? It's almost like this is Spirit's way of getting you away from that devil energy, and instead of looking at things as happening to you, changing it to, these things are happening for me. If people are leaving my life, that's because they did what they needed to, and now I'm moving on, and a door's going to open. I'm going to find somebody else, whether it's, again, friends, romantic, family, whatever. That's what I feel like is happening, right? All these are in reverse. This is crazy. Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you guys are just, like, releasing the tension. It's like there, again, less pressure to be a certain way and just more flow. More flow. Again, the understanding. Oh my god, of course, the Tower in reverse. Classic. Yeah, the Tower. Woo. The Tower and Four of Pentacles? You're joking right now. The Tower and the Four of Pentacles. Wow. 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 Yeah, dude, this is mastery. This is absolutely mastery. This is mastery over your environment and over your foundation. And you know what it's teaching you? Detachment. Because Four of Pentacles, I'm showing you like this just because you can see the artwork and everything. Four of Pentacles reverse, here, okay, is literally all about releasing that which we are attached to. Because Four of Pentacles in general is going to be this kind of like lack, this feeling of lack, this feeling of scarcity. But having this and the Devil here is exactly that, right? So you guys could be overcoming that scarcity mindset. I don't have enough. I won't have enough. This is it for me. What am I going to do then? You know, like I feel like that could be what you guys are mastering here, and a lot of that might have to do with your relationships too, right? You've had to lose a lot of those relationships, experience a lot of different things. Again, family, friends, romantic. I feel like you've just been around the world, like around the globe, so to speak, with all this energy. It's almost like been there, done that, got the t-shirt twice. Like that's what this feels like. And then again, the Tower, it's that faulty foundation. It's that faulty foundation. And also the fact that the Tower is like on this little island. There's like nothing else around. The waters are like crazy, choppy. It's like, what do you surround yourself with? If you're constantly thinking that life is going to be garbage, it's going to be. And if, you know, you find a penny on the street and you're like, thank you, God. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you're mastering. Because there's no, it's almost like this is the thing that allows everything else to roll in. That's what this feels like. This main thing, this mastery over your environment, over your foundation, right? Your surroundings physically, mastery over, and again, what we consider security, stability, whatever, is going to be different, but mastering your version of that allows everything else to roll in, right? Because it almost makes me feel like there maybe was, because the Devil, there maybe was like a energy of I'm attached to things outside of myself, to external validation, to money, to things. Like maybe you look at other people and you're like, if only I had that, then like I would be good. If only I had, 3 million followers, I wouldn't have the depression anymore. And so this is really challenging your perception of what stability and security is. Because I think what it needs to be is that if your mind is stable, and if your mind is, again, like you change it from this lack mentality, you have a strong mind. If you have the solid foundation mentally, right, then it doesn't matter what is outside of you, because you are always going to be good inside. And that is so cheesy, but it's just exactly what I'm feeling. Mastering your surroundings, it's almost like, let me pull all these things away from you so you can master what is inside. And inherently mastering this means you master your surroundings and your environment to create the outcome that you want, to create the life that you desire. Wow. Oh my God. With the Ace of Swords at the bottom, you're joking. Look, Ace of Swords and King of Swords. Mastery. Mastery. Ace of Swords, the mind, the mental, the thoughts, how you process, how you communicate. Sword to King. Ace of Swords to King of Swords. Ace to King. Mastery of your mind. This is it. This is the beginning And the end of the entire suit of swords. This is mastering your mind. Change your mind, change your life. I love you so much. Mwah.